I welcome you to this session of average. In this session, we will take a look at one basic word problem based on the concept of average. Let us say we have n numbers and average of these n numbers is a. Now let us divide n into three subgroups. Let us say the first subgroup contains n1 numbers. The second subgroup contains n2 numbers. And the third subgroup contains n3 numbers. And their averages are a1, a2 and a3. So we see we have the average of this subgroup of n1 numbers whose average is a1. We have another subgroup n2 whose average is a2. We have another subgroup n3 whose average is a3. Now logic says that the sum of these n numbers must be equal to the sum of n1 numbers plus the sum of n2 numbers and plus the sum of n3 numbers. And we can put that down in the form of an equation. Sum of n numbers is na must be equal to n1 a1 plus n2 a2 plus n3 a3. Now this basic equation we will utilize in solving some word problems. Let us see one of them. The average of 5 numbers is 21. If 4 numbers are 17, 18, 19 and 24, what is the fifth number? Now here, the total number of numbers, that is n, is equal to 5. And what is the average of these 5 numbers? The average of these 5 numbers is clearly given to us as 21. So what will be the sum of these 5 numbers? Obviously the sum of these 5 numbers is number of numbers into average. So we can write that as 5 into 21. And this must be equal to sum of all the 5 numbers, and therefore we put that down. So we have 17 plus 18 plus 19 plus 24 plus x must be equal to the overall sum, which means 5 into 21 is 105. If you add this up, we have 78 plus x, or x is equal to 27. So what is our fifth number? The fifth number must be 27. Let us solve another question based on a similar concept. The average height of 10 people is 161 centimeter. If the average of the first 3 is 160 and that of the next 4 is 164, what is the average height of the last 3 students? So let us solve. We can very clearly see that we have 10 people and their average height is 161 centimeter. Now these 10 people are broken into 3 subgroups. The first subgroup has 3 people. The second subgroup has 4 people, and obviously the third subgroup will also have 3 people. Now what is the height of these 3 people? The height of the first subgroup of 3 people, the average height is 160 given to us. The average height of the second subgroup is given to us as 164. And obviously the average height of the third subgroup is not known. This is what we've got to find out. So by our logic, we must have the sum of the total, that is 10 into 161, must be equal to the sum of the subgroups. So what is the sum of the subgroup first? This subgroup will have 3 into 160. So we write 3 into 160 here. Plus, what is the sum of the second subgroup? 4 into 164. So we write 4 into 164 there. Plus the sum of the third subgroup must be 3 times x. 1610 is equal to 480, 656 plus 3x. So x is equal to 158. So we saw how we can utilize this basic equation and solve the question. So with this we come to an end of this particular session of average. If you wish to solve more questions or if you have any doubts, please log on to www.pfindia.com. If you have any queries regarding this session, please feel free to mail to us at studentservices@pfindia.com. And if you're watching this session on our website, you can also use the Ask a Doubt feature. Thank you very much.